Hello, I'm Omari Grattan, and this is my second assignment for Religion 100. Here you see my original belief graph of 10 different beliefs that I chose for the beginning assignment. Next, I decided to branch off of that and add my values and practices. Let's start with my practices. First, I try and learn something new every day. I believe that keeps me engaged in learning knowledge, and this kind of ties into my education is essential and my original beliefs. Next, I have don't rush. It's something that I tell myself often just because I don't want to rush through certain things. Often I found when I rush through things, I don't always do things correctly, or I tend to skip things, and I try and remind myself every day not to rush through things. Another one is saying thank you. I believe that it's just a good way to establish mutual respect. This ties into my belief about respect being earned. I think saying thank you is just nice, and it can actually brighten someone's day because not a lot of people say it in actuality. Next, I have helped someone in need. I think that also kind of ties into that respect and saying thank you. It kind of helps me understand that I can always help somebody and brighten their day as well. It's all about kind of helping make somebody else's day better for me, and also that helps me feel good. Next, I have treat others the way you want to be treated. This one is really important to me just because I believe that is another one that ties into mutual respect, but treating people the way you like to be treated is just the most important thing in being able to navigate through the world for me. Next, I have drinking water. I believe that that's extremely important. It's something I try and drink around 4 to 5 bottles of water a day just to stay hydrated and healthy. Next, I have smile when you look at people. I think a lot of times we make direct eye contact with people in passing, and something that I think is important is just smiling and giving them a nod. You don't know what they're going through on their day, so just smiling at somebody can be the difference in them having a good day or not. Next, I have waking up early. I believe that waking up early is also a good thing, getting your day started instead of wasting the good morning, because a lot of mornings are very good times to read, relax, and prepare yourself for what the day is leading you to. So I believe in waking up early. I wake up around 6 o'clock every morning and stretch and work out and eat breakfast so that I'm ready to go for the rest of my day. Next, I have clean up after yourself. I believe that cleanliness is really important. To tie into that, after my last one is showering at least twice a day. That completely ties into cleaning up after yourself and cleaning yourself, just because I believe that cleanliness is important. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know who you're going to run into. And it's just a bad first impression if you're not a cleanly person, if you don't look like a cleanly person, if you smell bad. It's just about giving people something to respect right off the bat, and I feel like cleanliness is a really important and key way to establish that. Next, I wanted to talk about my values. Consistency is the first one on my list because I believe that you should always be consistent in everything you do. Consistently showing affection, consistently turning in your assignments. I think consistency is a good value, and it's something that I try and value and hold true to myself every day. Next, I have patience. This kind of ties into my don't rush from my practices. That's kind of how they tie off of each other. To staying patient and not rushing is something that I try and remind myself to do every day. Love is another thing in my values that ties into my beliefs. With loving your mom, loving your family, and just treating people the way you want to be treated. It's a good way to just show affection, and I like that. I like to be able to show affection with people I care about. I value discipline. If you say you won't do something, don't do it. And if you say you will, do it. Just holding yourself accountable. This comes into my accountability is more important than being right or wrong in my beliefs, because I believe that discipline is just something that helps you stand in your own morals consistently. Next, I value communication. I think talking to people and engaging different people is a good way to learn something new every day, which is something that is in my practices, but it also helps you understand more, and that's just education and that's knowledge that you're learning. Next, I have creativity. I value creativity. I love to draw, I love to create, and I love to explore other people's creativity. And I think that that's something that is an important value that I have, because I think it's important to let your mind kind of be lucid and open to exploring things that might not be just so systemic or cookie cutter. Next, I have humor on there. I believe trying to laugh, make somebody laugh, is something that I value. I value a sense of humor. I love to laugh. I love hilarious movies. It's something that I try and keep with me everywhere I go. Next, I value honesty. This kind of ties into discipline and my values, but also into accountability for my beliefs. Honesty is just always the best policy. You don't want to not carry yourself with honesty, because then you become an untrustworthy person, and that's something I value very much so. Next, I have timeliness. I believe being on time to things, being prompt with your work is just a big important value that I have, something that I try and keep. I know sometimes you have a lot of things to do, but just keeping a sense and a value of timeliness is something that will help serve you in the long run. It's something that's served me very well since I've been emphasizing it. And then lastly, I have trust. Trust comes with honesty, and it comes with discipline and patience and consistency. They all kind of tie in together, but trust is another big thing that I value. It's the reason why I value family over everything, because there's not too many people in the world that you should or necessarily do trust, but in most cases you can guarantee that your family are the people that you can trust, and that's why I value family over everything so high. And these are my values and practices. Thank you.